Chef Danielle, and this is an episode of Talking With Your Mouth Full, where I interview interesting guests and people I find interesting, and their story is great, and I want to share their story and allow them to share their story with everybody who watches. So today we have
Alicia Smith.
Yes, Alicia Smith. Alicia and I have been friends for quite a long time, somewhere around 7 years or more.
I wouldn't think longer than that.
How old is Katie's like 9, so we were.
Katie's 9?
Katie was one of the little babies when we were at the photo shoot. When you
Oh,
did the
yeah,
makeup. She's
yeah.
9 now.
Really?
She's 9, right? Katie's 9, right? 8. She's 8.
She's 8.
So we've been friends for like 9.
Yeah, I know it was more than 7 years.
Yeah.
A long time.
Yeah. When you did the makeup for a photo shoot. But yeah, you
and when I was first starting out, I didn't know what I was doing.
I couldn't tell not a lick, but
I was trying to do what I had to do, but it was just starting out.
Really? I would have never known.
That was the beginning of it all.
I never would have known. I never would have known
right.
the way you did everything. I would have never known.
It was it.
But you know, and I've watched you evolve over time, and you did one day you did a technique where you did like a under smoky eye.
Oh, it was a reverse smoky
Girl,
eye.
I was like, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was in there like, yeah, because Alicia said. I was like, I had it like pink. I had like teal. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, go on, Alicia. Give me some more tips.
That's it.
This is it. I got one trick, and that's it from Alicia. And it was so like, when I seen that, I was like, oh, that's so sweet.
So beautiful,
yeah, it was
right?
it was really, really,
oh
really
my
good.
gosh, I love doing that eye.
But not only are you an amazing makeup artist, you are an amazing singer.
Thank you.
And I watched you at Milk River 3 years ago.
Oh,
And I still have the video footage from that too.
I love that stage.
And you were singing Say, Girl.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one of my favorite songs. I was in the audience. I was like, Alicia, girl, yeah. I felt like I was in church. I was just like, yes.
That song.
That was, because that's one of my favorite songs. And it was just like, when you sing it, when you was like, hey, Mr. Good, I was like, what? She about to sing my song? No, Jesus.
Yes. That was the B-side. You know, them B-sides was the joint back then.
Yeah.
If you never paid attention to the B-sides, that was a B-side.
I know, a lot of people slept on them, the little B-sides.
Baby, them B-side songs was everything.
Mm-hmm. But, you know, you do makeup and you sing.
Yeah.
You're so talented.
I love it. I'm artsy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so artsy. I'm not corporate. I'm artsy. Even though 8 hours of my day is in corporate America, but I'm so artsy.
Mm-hmm.
I breathe that ooze art.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
To me, being artsy is just being free.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a constant expression all the time, and it's where I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you were saying, like, where would you see yourself in 5 years? I see myself actually overseas in a nightclub singing somewhere, and then, you know, just painting faces as I go along.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to be free, and I don't want to have to worry about anything. So I'm setting my life up now while I'm young, so I can live that life, because that life is waiting for me.
Oh,
It's just waiting for me. I tell you, there are times I think about, I was like, Dad, I should have became a cop. I would have been able to retire right now. everything happens when it should.
In the way that it should.
And the way that it should. The divine order is set up for each and every one of us, I believe.
I believe so. Yeah.
I'm excited. Because, you know, the gearing up part is what I'm excited about. I don't know if you remember, I started this journey. This journey was fit for 50. I just turned 50. So I said I wanted to be physically fit. I wanted to be financially fit. I wanted to be emotionally fit. All the things that it would take for me to be over there. I want to be healthy. I want to be live. I want to be free. I want to be able, I don't want anything to attack or sabotage the journey that's waiting for me. So I got to do it now. So I used to think for a long time like my credit was bad, which it wasn't good, but I used to say, oh, I'm not going to get it because my credit's not good. I'm not going to get it. And God rest my ex-boyfriend's soul, who's such a sweetheart. He said, stop telling yourself no. Let them tell you no. And if they tell you no, then you do something to turn that no into a yes. So I went on creditkarma.com. I was like, let me see. And I was just like, it was like low. So I said, well, let me see what it says to do, because it says recommendations. So they recommended me to get a secure credit card, and which one I did. And then I started making sure I made my payments on it regularly, never been late. Till to date, that is no longer a secured, it automatically flipped over to a regular card. I've been on time with my payments. So I'm watching my credit rate go up. I'm watching my line of credit go up. I'm not where I really want to be, but I'm not where I was before. So that part is being taken care of. I'm constantly looking just to make sure, monitoring that. Then I said I wanted to get my weight together. So I got tired. Like I looked at a picture of my boyfriend and I was like, now I had gastric bypass surgery and I lost a lot of weight. But people don't understand that after a while, if you don't keep a healthy regimen up, you will put the weight back on. It's gonna come back on. So back when I got it done, it was gastric bypass, and they had Roux-en-Y, and they didn't have the sleeve, they didn't have all these other new ones that they had. So it was just a gastric bypass, and they made the stomach smaller. Now, the unfortunate part is with the gastric bypass is that you can't have a revision surgery, whereas other people can. If they have the sleeve, they can have a revision. So I said, fine. I said, I'm going to join the gym. I'm going to commit. Then I used to check in on the gym every day, checking on Facebook, thinking like, oh, that's going to be like some momentum or whatever. And then I said, stop. Because you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for you. Yeah. Let this change be private and go from there. And it's just been the best. I hired a trainer and I'm trying to get ready for that journey. I'm gearing up for it. So I'm on a mission.
Oh my goodness, that sounds so beautiful. But how much weight do you want to lose? Because I'm like,
well, I don't want to be drastic, but I do want to be toned. So along with that, I'm doing a lot of weightlifting. So the weight, muscle weighs more than fat. So what I'm doing is turning all of that into
the muscle burn the fat.
Exactly.
Okay.
So my problem is here.
Strengthening the muscle so
exactly, so it can burn the fat. So I know I don't want to be Pennsylvania, but I do know that I want to be nice and toned and with a little thickness to me. You know what I mean? Yeah, a little I want my legs to have that buff, and so that's where I'm at.
This journey sounds so beautiful.
Trust me, it's some stumbling blocks. Yeah, I got some things.
Yeah, I've been this year, I turned 50 myself this year.
I know.
So, you know, I had already started. It's so funny that everybody who's turning like this milestone, they was doing photo shoots, but I was planning on doing a photo shoot myself, and I started getting outfits together and to do a photo shoot. And it's something about this age when you turn like a milestone, you want to do something so, like, you want to do something meaningful, something, you know.
Yeah, you just want to bust out and just really turn it up.
Yeah, and that's basically what I planned on doing.
We could do this.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you had a choice between singing and doing makeup, which one would you choose? You have to choose.
Okay, it's so funny because that you asked me that question, because you know D'Angelo Thompson, he's a celebrity makeup artist. One night I used to sing at Melba's in Harlem, and he came and he heard me sing, and he was like, "Girl, put them brushes down and pick up the mic," and it would be singing. It would most definitely be singing.
Yeah, because you could get somebody to beat your face, but
any day.
Or you could,
or I could do that myself. But it would most definitely be singing.
Yeah, because I've seen you perform.
Yeah.
I had the pleasure of seeing you perform a few times, so I know that's what you're supposed to be doing.
That would be it.
But I'm glad to hear you say you're aspiring to sing and be overseas. That most people aspire to. I want to do an album. I want to do this and this and that. But you want to
branch out.
Yeah.
The album is fine. I wouldn't mind doing that too. But I'm just thinking I really want to rest. I want to just really rest, and I really want to see the world doing what I love. You love doing this, don't you?
Absolutely.
And it's such it's a liberating feeling. Right?
Yeah, it's very liberating. It's also very therapeutic. No matter what I'm feeling or what I'm going through, if I just get in the kitchen, I just
create,
and it just leaves. It just whatever I'm thinking about, whatever ails me, whatever I'm feeling, it just
goes. That's what I want.
Yeah.
That's the goal. When people say it's nothing like doing what you love, I want to know that feeling. I really do. And I just said to myself, there's only one way to do it. Just to do it. Yeah, but it would be singing.
Good. How's motherhood?
Motherhood was very challenging coming. The teenage years. The teenage years. Ooh, I thought that child was going to put me under. Now it's great. It's distant, but it's great. But the whole coming of age was not easy. Her dad made it a cakewalk in the park. I always say that because he's a phenomenal father. Like we weren't together, but he never left our side till today. So he made doing this whole walk with her great. She's what made it hard because she was so rebellious. She was the epitome of girl interrupt and the rebel without a cause at all. She was the epitome of it. I'll tell you, because everything she wanted, we always supported, and everything that she needed, we provided. So it was like, what are you doing? It's like, what's the cry for? Is there something you need to talk about? Let us know. So she just made it so hard for us. But she grew out of it. And people would tell me, watch, she's going to grow out of it. Watch, you'll see. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Like, no, it's not. It's never going to happen. And why is everybody celebrating and I'm not? But she's finally getting it. She's finally growing out of it. We are like besties. Only when she needs me. But when we're together and we have that time, and she's like I have to tell her, yo, chill with the phone, let's chat. Me and you, just us. She'll put it up. Before she's like, Mom, but now she's, you know, she's kind of like, all right, let me call you back. I'm with my mom right now. So I know the growth is there, and I'm loving it. The only thing is that she's just never home. 90% of the time, she's gone. But when she's there, it's good. So I try to be chef when she's there. She's like, Mom, can you make me pancakes? Sure, what else do you want? Because you gotta grab that me time from them when they want it, you know?
You don't know how.
When's the next one?
Yeah, you don't know how long it's gonna last, and when is the next one?
Yeah, and like we can be two strangers in the house, like passing each other, you know. It's like, why is it so hard? This is a line in a song that I'm trying to learn. Why is it so hard to connect or whatever when we're laying right next to each other? Like, why is it so hard for us to get together, hang out when we're right next to each other? Or why is it so hard for me and my daughter to really connect when she's right here in the same room as me? Right. But you know, I find like it's a tug of war between her friends and myself. You know, so I stopped trying to do the tug of war, the I forget what you say, the power struggle, and I just let it be. I just let it go as it should. And I know when she needs it. So when she needs me, it's like, oh God, I have something else planned. It's like, I'm not gonna be able to hang out with you tonight. Yeah, it's that kind of night. So I just try to be there for her. Yeah. But it is rewarding though. It definitely
absolutely is. Absolutely.
You see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so rewarding. It's the best thing, and you start to see yourself in them.
The fruits of your labor.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, you really. And it's so funny because I love that I can vent to her, and she's just one of the type of people, like when you vent to her, and I see her do with her friends, she won't tell a soul what you said. She won't say a word, and I can say, and this one makes me. She won't say a word. She will not tell anything. Like, I've never seen somebody who could just do that. Me, it's like, okay, if I don't tell somebody, so. But she's just like the ideal person. I just love her, and it is really, really.
What's your favorite song to sing?
What's my favorite song?
One of your favorites. I know you have many.
I know. Let me see. My favorite song to sing is Shaka Khan's I Love You, I Live You. And I think I'm singing it a little too much. Because it's like, oh, God, not that yet.
Really?
But I love it. I love the power this song has. I love the drum line it has. I'm a drum bass girl. I love the way that gives. And I used to be a guitar girl when I was younger. But when I got older and I got a chance to hear instruments and stuff and be able to identify which one is which, I love it. It's nothing like the bass. It gives it the oomph in a song. So yeah, that is my song.
Sing it.
I knew it was going to put me in it.
Just sing your favorite line.
You really want me to start belting?
Yeah.
What is the beginning of the song again? Oh my God. What's the beginning? You know the beginning of that song? You know? Oh my God. I'm so on the spot right now. Okay, let me just pick up on where I think. One day you realize we're not strangers. You open up your heart and go know the truth. Think that we can meet together, my dear. But now the rest is up to you. I'm on vocalist. My voice is really shot right now. I've been singing a lot.
Really?
I've been singing so much.
You gonna sing tonight?
I gotta sing tonight.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh yeah, well, I love your voice. I love your voice.
It's bad, guys. It is better, but it's bad right now. But it's so much better. It's so much stronger.
So every night, every Sunday, you sing at
Basquiat's Bottle. That's at 1198 Fulton Street, Bedford and Nostrand. It's an art-based bar, and it's really nice. The people are loving and kind, and it's organic, and it's really nice. It's we do an open mic there, and people are able to come and sing, and sometimes we get the weirdest people.
Yeah.
But when I say weird, I don't mean weird like mental health. I don't mean like that. I mean like we had a professional whistler. Oh yeah.
Wait a minute.
Have you ever heard?
No. What?
Yeah, a professional whistler. When we finish taping, I'll let you hear him. On top of gorgeous, he whistled a song like if I'm whistled the whole entire song and
So how does he make money being a professional whistler?
He is not. I think he's an analyst by day, but by night he's a professional whistler. Then we had a girl from Japan that came in, and these people, we don't even know them. They just come in from off the street. She was a professional beatboxer. Yeah. I mean, and awesome at that.
What?
Yeah, so we get, when I say the strangest people come in,
I don't know.
but their gifts are like amazing, and it's just like, just well, you know what I love about it? Where it's centered, it's right across the street from where they tore down the slave theater.
Right.
So I always tell people that I believe the ancestors of that building just found a new home. You know how spirits search for a home? I feel like they just found a new home because everything that comes inside of there is so angelic and
I've
amazing.
been there a couple of times. So it's just like when the people that come in, you're looking at them, you're like, and then you'll see them do something or say something, you're like, wow.
When they open their mouths, like, it's something, you could have the most meek looking, calm person come up, and when they get on the stage, it's like, whoa, where did that come from?
Right.
So I believe it's the ancestors, and they just found a new home.
Basquiat Bottle was on Sunday. I had the opportunity to see you there, and when I came there, you guys were doing I came there. You guys were doing a Prince tribute.
Yes, we did the Prince tribute.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
that was like that. The trumpet player, and I was just like, yo, I couldn't believe it. Was just like everybody was just gelling and jamming together. That night was crazy.
Oh my God, it was crazy.
That was crazy.
And it was hard too for me because I really wasn't really versed with a lot of Prince, just a lot of songs. So I had to, and my boyfriend was like, look, it's do or die. He was like, if you're going to do this Prince song, you better learn, because Prince fans are not to be played with. There are parts of the songs that they wait for.
Yep.
You jack that up, you forget it. So I had to learn these songs, but it was amazing.
It was nice. That night was like, it was just like popping all over. It was like fireworks. It was just like
so
all
good.
over the room. You had background singers came out of nowhere. You were like, wow. I was just like, what's going on? It was just like a big jam session.
It is, and it's always like that.
Yeah.
When we think that it's going to be a boring night, the people, the regulars, the people who want to get on, they come later. And the place be packed, and it's so great. It's the best.
So you have a all-female band.
Yeah, I pulled together an all-female band. I actually did it once for my birthday, because that's what I wanted. And now they've given me my own night once a month. And my band is called Shades of Sugar. And so it's all-female set, and we're just doing it.
Oh,
That
started tonight, or yes?
Well, no, we're gonna start the October 26th.
Okay.
So that Friday night we're gonna be.
Oh, after my birthday, great. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna come through. Yeah. I got some other little things that I got cooking up.
On the fire.
Yeah, that's on the fire. That I'm gonna really think about. I had a conversation with Melba, and she brought some things to me that she felt like I should entertain. So I'm just watch out. Cause it's coming. Watch out, cause it's coming.
Alrighty, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a chef, and being a chef is being a creative, and I can definitely relate to people who do music, because music was definitely my first love, and my mom used to sing, and she was really good. A good singer. She used to hang with Phyllis Hyman.
Wow.
And she actually wrote a song for Phyllis Hyman. And my mother used to have a karaoke machine. She used to have that machine going all the time.
Man.
So we knew all the songs. Like Michelle Farrell was like her favorite. She used to have that.
Yeah.
Even the kids used to chime in and start singing with her. She used to laugh, because she did not know how much they were paying attention, but she didn't even know how much she was playing this music until the kids started singing. We all started singing. It was like,
it got attached.
So she introduced us to like a lot of genres of music, different like blues and jazz and all kinds of different kind of music.
Yeah.
So music was definitely my first love.
Yeah,
I
we
wish I
grew
could
up on
sing.
that.
Yeah, I wish I could sing. I'd be like, I used to be jealous of people who could sing. Like, wow, I wish I could sing.
I wish I could cook. You know what I mean?
Right.
I really would. I mean, I can cook, but I can't cook.
Right. I get it.
You know what I mean? So it's just the same.
It's being creative. Yeah.
It's funny. Another thing, I tell people, like with makeup too. I tell people makeup is like cooking. And how so is that it's about blending. You know what I mean? I always tell people, you don't just throw your stuff in the pot, put the fire on, walk away, right? Don't you mix it? Don't you rub the meat so that everything comes together? That's what makeup is. Blending. Make sure everything is seamless. So the same thing with music. You don't just make sure that's what the harmony comes in.
Right.
The harmony is the blending. So you make sure your voice is just kind of like you stay on your note and everything. Just kind. And I had a hard time with that, girl. Staying on my note. I did in the beginning. I had a hard time. Well, I shouldn't say not in the beginning, because I was on a choir, so that was fine. But when you're not doing choir singing, and you kind of go off on your own, you kind of like, and you're not in that setting a lot, you lose where your note is. Like, where's my note? Should I be here? And so I had to start learning. But what's so cool now that they have this app where you can sing with people and it helps you harmonize. Boy, I was getting so technical, but
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I equate all of that with food.
So how did you learn how to stay on note?
You gotta hear your note, and you just have to train your ear to just stay there. It's just driving like a car. And so when you hear some people sing and they be driving all of a sudden until you fell off the fell off the key. So it's just staying in your lane. Staying there. And even if you modulate, you go to the next one, they're gonna go to the next one. So you have to just try to train your ear to stay where you're at.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And if you're gonna take the bottom, stay on the bottom.
Right.
If you're gonna take the top, you gotta stay on the top.
Okay.
But you can't do this.
Okay.
Not unless the song requires for you to do it.
Okay.
Which most things, if it's harmonizing, it's not.
Right.
But you have to stay there. So it's just about training your ear to hear your note and to just be disciplined to stay there.
When did you realize you could sing?
When my mother was playing "Loving You" by Minnie Riperton. Now I wasn't able to do the whole that note. I couldn't do, but I started singing it, and my aunt was like, "She could sing. Did you hear her sing?" And I was like, okay.
How old were you?
I was about, oh man, I want to say I was about maybe 7 or 8, somewhere in that area. And I was singing all my life, and they would have me sing in church, get up and sing a song, and you don't really know, like, that you could really sing. And then they had me, every time we had functions, Lisa, you gonna sing? Sing. So I would have to get up and sing for somebody's birthday, sing. I didn't start getting paid for singing until I became an adult. And now when they ask me to sing, I feel a little resentful, like, y'all gonna pay me when I'm finished with this? And they go, no, but you're gonna sing. Sing for your auntie, don't do that. She would love to hear your voice. I was like, yeah, and I would love to get paid.
Right.
No, but I love singing, so it's all right. But yeah, I was young.
Wow.
I was young.
Yeah, because you have a powerful voice. I know it had to be recognized way back.
Yeah, and if I wasn't so afraid, I would have been so much further. Fear holds you back from everything you want to do, and it attacked me. It made me feel like I wasn't. Don't go there because they can sing really good, and you're not going to be able to measure up, and so I stopped myself. Then there'd be times that people want to do studio work with me, but I was like, okay, but I wouldn't show up because I was too afraid, like just being afraid. Talking myself out of everything. And so when I listen to so many people that say they've been overseas, they've been here, they sang here, they're young, they did this, I robbed myself out of all of that.
So much, yeah.
For so many years that I could have been gone with this. But I might not have been mature enough to handle it.
Right.
Because there are a lot of torture. That industry, it holds a lot of tortured souls.
It does.
It'll eat you alive if you're not ready for it.
It does. My mother used to tell me about Phyllis Hyman, about how she was so depressed. And she was struggling with so much, and trying to find a good man, and
then she was at the top of full figure, so that wasn't really accepted, and
exactly.
if she would have just held on a little longer, but she dealt with so much.
If someone offered you a job on a cruise ship, would you take it?
I'd absolutely be out of here. Girl, the love boat. I'd be out of here. Bon voyage.
Really?
What? My baby is 20 February. I'm gone. I said I'd be out of here. Done. You know somebody?
No. No, I don't. I thought I'd ask. I mean, I thought I'd ask. Because I see, it's another sister I know, her name is, I don't know if you know her, Adrienne Fish. And she sings on a cruise ship. And every so often I see her post pictures on social media, and I was just like, wow. So when you said overseas, I thought about
doing that. I would love to do that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I would love to do that. What?
If you were to go overseas, where would you like to go? If it was your choice, where would you go?
I definitely do London. I definitely do that. I would do London. I would do Australia. I would do Spain. I would do Paris. I'd go to Africa. Girl, I hit the continents. And I just do it. They say they love us there, so.
That's what I've heard as well.
They say they like, they would love
pay
you.
To
They'd pay you
to see you perform.
I would do it. So it's building at this point now. It's just building the repertoire. That's most important, because it's okay that you know how to sing, but how many songs do you know how to sing? So.
How many songs do you know how to sing?
I know a lot. I don't remember a lot. I do. And it's funny because when they're playing and I hear them on the radio, I'm singing right along with it. So my guy, he goes, you know that song? I said, yeah. He turns it off. He said, finish. I said, turn the radio on, stop playing. Because I don't remember unless you hear it.
Mm-hmm.
So like with your mom playing the music, it has to attach to you. So
it.
you can know the words, remember them as long as they're playing. But once they become attached to you, they're in here.
I got it.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's just the thing. So I gotta.
Yeah, okay. So now I'm gonna get it. Because, you know, because like there are some songs that if somebody told me to sing off, I wouldn't know the
But
words.
if you heard it on the radio, you could go on.
But there are some songs I could sing and sing it through the whole song because
it's attached to you. Because you know what's coming up next. You can almost hear it and hear it being said in your ear. So that's one way singers learn how to learn songs. We just keep playing it and let it filter in the room. And once it filters in the room and you keep playing every day, these songs come attached to you. So it's best to get a song set list and let it just play. And then it becomes you.
What does your playlist consist of?
My playlist is from, my playlist is from African music all the way down to country music. I promise you. I have country music, and then I have African music. I have Spanish music. Whatever it is that grabs me, I just take it. So I literally have from soup to nuts on my playlist.
Wow. And with African music, what do you? Is it? Are they singing in English or are they singing in their?
They're singing in their native tongue. I just heard it and I was like, oh my God, I love the beat.
Right.
And I Shazammed it and I just bought it. So and I just play and I used to date an African guy. He passed away, but I used to date him and he used to say, oh man, that's a good guy. You can go, yeah, get him. He's good. Now I don't know if I'll be out there trying to sing them songs, but I love the melody of it. So my playlist is wide. Sometimes I just let it play like, oh my God, I know I got this song.
Wow.
I'm just a music lover.
Yeah. Yeah. Country music. Who do you listen to?
I like Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. I listen to the Dixie Chicks. I love the Dixie Chicks. And who else? I think that's about it as far as they are. But I like them. I like the Dixie Chicks. And but I love Tim McGraw and I love Faith Hill and I love his story. I was looking at one of their concerts and he talked about his story, how he's actually the son of a famous baseball player. And his father didn't know that he was his son. And he sent him an envelope, remember he said something? I don't want to go too far with it, but he said, if you don't want to respond, I'll never bother you again. And his father responded, he since passed away, but he responded and he had they had like sort of a nice relationship together. Nice. So I think of that when I think of, my dad was always in my life, but he was like, like the typical, not there. And one day we kind of like hung out. I'm always with him.
Yeah, I know.
But one day we hung out and we were like kind of bar hopping, and we went to Rustics. And we were sitting in back, and he said, I want to say something to you. And I said, what? He said, I want to apologize for not being there when you were coming out.
Oh.
I said, oh, Dad. He said, yeah. He said, I was young. I didn't know what I was doing. And it just felt so good. It was just like,
to
hear him say that to me. He was like, I was young. We got married in our teens. I woke up the next morning and said, what the hell did I do? But I love that we have each other now.
Yeah,
so.
now, y'all like besties now.
That's my best friend.
I see y'all together all the time. I'm like, wow, Pop be rolling. Yeah, Pop be rolling with you. He be rolling out. But what does he say when he hears you sing?
He's so proud of me. He loves it. He tells his friends all the time to come see me and how he loves what I'm doing. He wants me to go to. He wants me to buy him a new car.
Where he gonna drive to?
He wants me to. He said, "Don't you want to get your dad a new car? Hurry up and get on that stage so you can buy me a new car."
Oh. No, he wants you to be on that stage so he can be even prouder.
Yeah, he's proud of me. He really is.
Yeah.
He really is. He's proud.
He's a big fan of yours.
He is. He is.
As he should be.
He
Yeah.
He should absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what are your plans for yourself now that you're 50 and you're getting fit?
You know what I want to do? And everybody wants to be this model, but I think I want to take a shot at just doing some like regular street sidewalk modeling, like walking down the street, doing a cafe thing. I got a little inspired by the model who passed away. Do you know her? Zeta?
Oh, yeah, I saw all the
the
posts about her, but I didn't know.
Yeah, and we literally just watched her go. The followers were like, we just became committed to watching her go. So I just got so inspired by watching her do this, and she was a blogger and stuff, and I was just like, I think I want to do that in my own way. I think I love it. I think I want to kind of do some kind of like around the way, just shots and stuff like that. I want to entertain. So I think I'm gonna work on that.
Yeah, I think you should. Just basically do whatever is in your spirit to do. Yeah. I know that I wanted to. I want to go on tour, and I want to do this in different cities.
Yes.
And interview people that I find interesting and go.
You should most definitely do this.
I want to go on tour.
You gotta hit Detroit. You gotta hit St. Louis. You gotta hit DC, Maryland. You gotta get the tour going and get the sponsors.
I was gonna start like for my birthday month because I was gonna actually go on tour, and my brother was definitely one of my stops on the tour because he cooked as well.
Oh wow!
So even in his obituary, it was like everybody talking about him cooking. Even when people got to speak about him, they were talking about how he made meals and made meals out of nothing, and it was so good. Yeah, and it was so good, and he was a really good cook, and he was planning to start his line of sauces for meats and seafood, and it didn't happen. And I was going to interview him so we could talk about it, but it just for him to like suddenly, to leave here, it was just like it was so devastating. But I will continue.
Do you know his recipes?
I have to ask.
For the sauces?
Because I've been telling him to write it down since last year, so I don't know if he wrote them down.
You need to see that, because that might be something you might want to do.
Right.
Get a hoot to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be good to just kind of have his sauce in there.
Yeah,
that
he
would
was
be
really
really
cool.
good.
Yeah.
That would, oh man.
I want to go on tour though. I do.
I think, man, do you know, so I work for a finance firm, and we have these calendars in our kitchen. Well, can't remember what month, but who do I see on the calendar? You!
No!
Yeah! You had on the pink cooking shirt, mixing bowl.
Oh, that was the old picture,
Oh my God. I was like, I know her, that's my friend. They was looking at me like, I was like, no, that's my friend Danielle. She made my 40th birthday cake.
Wow, this is so we are so connected in this world. There's so many threads.
I've known you 10 years then.
Yeah.
I know you 10 years. Because you made my 40th birthday
Right.
cake.
That's it.
And you made my 50th cupcakes. So that was just like, I was like, oh. Because I had another girl who would make cupcakes for me, and I was like, oh, I call Danielle. When I turn 60, it'll be, if I get married, like, okay, you know you gotta make the wedding cake, right?
Exactly.
Ready.
Do you want to be married?
I do. I would like to be, but it's not an emergency anymore for me. I think women are realizing it now that it's not an emergency as it was before. It's not an emergency. It's something that I wouldn't mind doing. It's okay, but it's not something that I have to do anymore.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. I mean, yeah, at one point I was like, yeah, but now it's like, ah.
I started scaling backpedaling, moonwalking. Yeah, because it's like, it's a lot of things that you got to factor in, you know, with your partner. And you guys aren't on the same page. Let's not start spending on unnecessary money that we don't have to making this divorce.
Right.
You know, let's know that we know who we are, and that's it.
Right. You want to at least be in the same book, you want the same page. You don't have to read line for line, word for word, but you want to have that same goal.
Yeah. And as adults, early on we see the signs.
Yeah.
We just ignore it.
Yeah.
But early on we see the signs.
Yeah.
We know, like, I don't know if this is right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We see. So it's best to, you know, really slow walk that.
Yeah.
You know. And people would be like, at 50, you still want to slow walk it? No, I need to make sure that my life partner, and even if we're not married, that's fine. I still need to make sure my life partner got his in order.
Right. Right. You want to make sure of that, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm finding that a lot of people want to still live like they are younger. We don't have the time, when we get this age, we don't have the time to undo those mistakes.
Yeah.
They just become scars that we live with for the rest of our lives.
Right.
I'm not in the business of that.
Right.
You know, so I'm not even going to waste anybody's time, and I'm not going to let mine be wasted either.
Right.
So with all the things that I want to do, my partner has to be like, oh, let's go, let's do this. And if he's not, I'm going. I'm still going. Still doing it. You know?
Do you have a bucket list?
No, I guess I should start creating one, you think? I'm on part 2. I should start creating one, right?
I don't know. Maybe a bucket list isn't for everybody. I mean, like, what would you like to do that you haven't done? Maybe it's not, you know, has nothing to do with makeup or singing.
Right.
Something was like, ooh, I would like to do that.
I don't want to bungee jump. I don't want to be on the highest roller coaster. I don't want to jump out of a plane. None of those things. But what would I like to do? What would I really like to do? I'm trying to see. What is it something that I've always wanted to do? I would like to see how it would be to be like in a whole fashion scene. I love fashion.
Yeah.
I really do. Like the whole runway. I don't know if I wouldn't want to be a runway person, but I would love to be a part of that arena just to see what it's like. This is the same for us with makeup. It's really probably no different, but just the whole coordinating and getting everything together, the whole thing like that. I would love to be a part of that. Don't think that could be a part of my bucket list, but I need to get back on that one. I ain't thinking about that bucket list thing. Yeah, because I don't want things that, like, I'm not intrigued by things that could take me near to death. I don't even want to play with that.
Right.
My left the cord would break.
Right. No, I used to be, I used to want to do those things, but now that I'm this age, I'm like,
I'm fretful like that.
I'll be scared that I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to jump out of a plane.
Yes, like I wouldn't do that's not
like that.
That doesn't get me. But what I've never done before, and I guess it'll be a whole part of the going overseas thing. I've never went on a vacation by myself. Have you ever done that before?
No.
I've never done that before. And I want to see what it's like. Like, I go to the movies by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I go to dinner by myself.
Right.
Most of the time I'm by myself.
Mm-hmm.
But to actually book a flight, board a plane, go somewhere by myself, I want to do that. I wouldn't mind doing it.
Really?
Well, I'm a people person.
Right.
So
you could go anywhere and make
I
friends.
could go anywhere and make friends.
Right.
I know that about myself.
Right.
So that.
Right.
That's not going to be hard for me.
Yeah.
Because that's what I love to do. I love people.
Right.
So, but I guess I would say that would be a part of the things on my bucket list. Actually taking a trip alone.
Hmm. That sounds. I think that would be fun.
I think it would be too.
I think it would be fun.
I mean, I've stayed in hotel rooms by myself.
Right. Yeah.
So I know that it's just a matter of booking a flight and getting on.
You know what? I did go away by myself. I can't say that. I went to Mexico City.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. It had to be about 15 years ago.
Really? How was it?
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
The city was so beautiful, like the cathedrals and the architecture.
Oh, wow.
It was really beautiful. It was beautiful because I was in Cancun, then I went to Mexico City, and it's no comparison at all.
Comparison.
It was like I should have been here all this time.
Really?
Like Cancun is just like, it's to me it's like for young people, like go and party and all that kind of stuff. But when you go to Mexico City and you see the architecture and just the feel of the city is so serene and beautiful, and it's so rich in culture that you're there, you're like, oh, you feel it.
You know what I wish that I could have done too? I wish I could have got 50 friends and went. This is me talking like I got money, right? This is. Well, let me tell you, the mind can make you believe and feel like you just have some. If I had 50 of my friends, and I have all this money, like, and when I say friends, I mean people dear to me.
Right.
Or whoever the money that want to come along can come.
Right.
But to go to Bora Bora. Now with Bora Bora, you need a large amount of people because there's really nothing over there but beauty. So it's really no activities or nothing. So with a large amount of people going to Bora Bora, and you just have everything kind of like set up.
Like set up like a resort type of.
Yeah, like had an agenda going and everything. That would be so nice.
That sounds
Ooh, 50
because when I see the pictures from there, it's like.
But do you know you have places like that here? With those same kind of bungalow rooms?
In the United States?
Yeah. They do. They do.
In
I
what
pulled
city?
it up.
In what state?
I don't know, but I pulled it up. It might not be here, but it's not as far as Bora Bora.
Okay.
But they have the same
setup.
The same exact setup. So I think you could go on Google and put cities like Bora Bora. and then they come up, and then you see those same rooms on the water, just like that.
I don't even think I would take clothes when I go there. Just like, you know,
I would just take
like a nice. If you're going to have dinner a couple of nights or whatever, those kind of dress up clothes. But I would probably be in shorts and t-shirts and just be lounging. And
yeah, or I would be wearing like beach cover up attire most of the time.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
you would, you definitely would.
And accessories. I'm an accessories person. I love accessories.
I know, because I see your hat collection. I'll be like, girl,
Yeah.
she be having all. Every time I see you, be having all the different hats.
Shout
like,
outs to Flame Keepers of Harlem. I love that hat store.
Yeah, what's the name of it?
Flame Keepers.
Oh, okay.
You ever been here before?
No. No, I
It's
didn't know
like-
I didn't know they it was another one. The only one I know was about is the lady, the haberdashery.
Harlem Haberdashery?
Right.
Oh, yeah, I know them.
Yeah, that's the only one I know about it.
Really? No, you gotta go to and as a matter of fact, they're around the corner from them. They are. They're up the. Yeah, they're a little further up and around the corner from them because they're like 122nd and St. Nicholas up there. It's like an adult toy store. When you go in there, you just want to try on every hat. I love it. I had some help from some friends who wore hats, and then my guy wore hats, and so I was like, I was buying him hats. I was like, hey, get me a hat. And so I got into it, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's when I see you in your hats, I'll be like, wow, she looks good, but I don't know if I'd be like, I don't think I would probably look that good.
I think you would look amazing. I think you would look amazing. No, you would. You would look amazing. I know you would.
I'm definitely gonna try one.
You should.
I'm definitely gonna try.
You really should.
When you turn 50, you just gotta try a little bit.
You gotta try everything
that you've been wanting to try. You gotta just give it a shot.
You do. I wanna listen. I never got massages before. I started getting massages. Yeah, all that beauty stuff.
Yeah.
I've never gotten a facial before. I haven't gotten a facial and stuff.
See, I'm scared to get a facial. Somebody like Jack, our skin might have an allergic reaction or something. I'll be like, no, that's what I'll be thinking. It's the fear.
Thinking the word.
That's the fear. I need to get over it.
Oh, then maybe you need to get some vegan products. They do have vegan.
Yeah, they do.
And make sure you get the vegan.
Yeah, but somebody would have to recommend me to go somewhere. I wouldn't just want to be going like, oh, let me go here and then my experience be all.
One of my friends just got a chemical pill, and she's like, oh my God, how are you dealing with that? So now her face is just peeling and peeling. She said, but she has to go through these steps. So she's like, I don't even care about it. I can't wait till this process is over.
So that means you can't wear makeup or nothing. You just have to.
But she had it on because she had to perform that night.
Oh.
But you can still see her skin peeling.
What is it called? Microderm.
It's a
microabrasions.
I don't know, some kind of chemical pill or whatever.
And what does
and
it
it
do?
just takes off the layers of dead skin that's like there. It just takes off that layer from all the sunburn and all of sun tanning and all of the stuff we put on our face.
Okay.
And it's just taking off that layer. Listen, you said let's try anything. Try it.
Okay, let's give this a shot.
Yeah, let's see how we're gonna do. Peeling all over the place. I said, well, maybe you need to do a exfoliate. And she said, no, it's just a part of the process. You just have to let it peel on its own, and they tell you don't touch it. Just let it
go on its own. Okay.
I'd have to take some days off from work for that. Because I don't want to be walking around doing
girl, they're going to be thinking you got the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
Because I work with food, so they be like, girl, you need to go home. You You could be peeling these people's food. Nah, we cannot have that.
We cannot have that.
No,
Like,
this is not how this place is set up.
no, you can't do that.
No.
It'd have to be when you go on vacation and do no.
Mhm.
So that's it.
Mhm. Boy. Well, this has been an amazing time. This journey has been amazing. I've
It
watched
has.
her just explode, and I learned something new. I didn't know you were starting out when you did the photo shoot for me. I did not know. Couldn't tell. It was just like she was just doing her thing, and it was
it's just the passion.
she did it, and it was amazing. So that's right. No matter if you're starting from the beginning or you in the middle of your journey, trust me, it will never show. If you love what you do,
And it's just bringing your A game.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta bring your A game.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to walk around with a T-shirt that says, "Hey, I just started today."
Right.
You just come with your professionalism, your A game, and your will to just hit the ground running and do it. And that's what I did. And that's why I'm here now.
This is where we are. We are here in
We're
2018.
here.
We are
Yes.
experiencing a milestone in our lives.
Yes.
We are. This is our 50th year.
50th year.
50th
This is our
anniversary.
golden year.
Yes, our golden year.
Don't we
50th
look
anniversary.
great?
Mhm. I don't feel 50 though.
I don't feel it either.
I don't feel 50.
I don't feel it either. And I'm gonna tell you, I just had a biopsy because they found a lump on my right breast. And you know, it's when you have a biopsy, they put you on this table, and the table has a hole in the center. And when you hop up, you have to lay down and let the breast drop down. So what they do, they're sitting like this, and you're on the table, and the table's raised. So they're they're doing the cut and everything, and while you're on the table, laid like that. So when you say you don't feel 50, I don't feel it either, because when I had to get on the table, she was trying to help me, and I just kind of leaped up on the table, and she was like, okay, I don't feel 50. But, you know, fortunate enough, it was just calcium deposits.
Mhm.
There's
Yeah.
nothing. I'm fine.
Yeah, that's for our age. That's pretty normal.
Yeah. So they want me to come back in March so they can do a follow-up.
Yeah.
But to the grace of God, I'm good.
Amen. Yep.
Thank you for having
Yeah,
me.
well, thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
out. I mean,
This was amazing.
I love it.
This was so amazing.
Thank you. And I look forward to 50 more years.
That's it. I'm always going to be here for you.
No.
I love you.
Love you too. Thank you so much. Talking with your mouth full. And she's about to eat her avocado and stuffed shrimp.
I'm so excited.
Thank you so much for watching and
Thank
tuning
you.
in.